my psyche and my intellect are not sufficiently elastic to conceive of there being two sets of legislative districts that at the same time with equal substance and, but for different purposes as a general matter. I think it would create all sorts of incoherence in all manner of affairs. Right now, there is one set of legislative districts, and we could draw the lines on a map. We could drive out there, we could walk across the street and say, I've just moved from one district to the next. Those are real things. And those real things were established in 2002, and they will remain established as they were in 2002. If Act 43 is upheld by the federal court, they will remain that way until November 2012.
Heard Mr. Levinson's argument. Your premise is that these senators that represent, I'll call it the new boundaries as opposed to the 2002 boundaries.
Correct.
Mr. Levinson says, no, they don't represent the citizens in the new boundaries. What's your response to that?
My response is this board has already decided, and this board has already said that for representational purposes, August 24th, 2011 was the date that the districts in Act 43 became effective.
Let me just think out loud with you a second. Sure. Senator A has not been elected from people within the new boundary. How can you be representing them?
Constitutional apportionment creates new lines for districts. And everybody recognizes that at a moment in time when the new districts come into effect, you have incumbents who have not been elected by those districts. They don't have to all resign and go home. They still continue to be senators and they run for re-election in the upcoming election. So there is just this natural process that happens every 10 years.
And the board determined that the legislative districts created by 2011 Wisconsin Act 43 will first take effect at the general election on November 6, 2012. Due to the specific applicability date contained in the act, candidates will campaign and electors will vote in the new district starting with the 2012 general election. Any special or recall election for a state office held before the state will reflect the previous district lines. And I would just...
There is a motion on page 43, and that is the recommendation of staff to reject any challenges before Senate office holders that are based on a signer residing outside of the Act 43 designated Senate office. As we'll call the question, roll call.
Judge Nickel?
I vote in favor.
Judge Garland?
Aye.
Judge Daniel?
Aye.
Judge King?
Aye.
Judge Brennan?
Aye.